Welcome back, everybody. So we are going to talk a little bit about how we ended up doing this whole eBay thing and how it all came about. So I came up with the name Junking with Bojo because that's kind of who I am. My name is Bobby, and we were looking for something that would kind of fill in as a little part-time job, something that would help us pay for the little extra things that we wanted to do. If we wanted to go on vacation or we wanted to do this or that, we figured, oh, this would be a great way to do that. What we didn't expect was for it to just blossom into what it has become, which is basically a full-time job. Now, I would suggest to anyone out there, if you're wanting to do eBay or wanting to start doing a resale business, especially online, that you really kind of look at what you feel comfortable with. I would suggest that you start out with plushes, something that's easy to ship, something that that you don't have to worry about it getting broken while it's being shipped. That way you can kind of get your feet wet and kind of knowing how things are done, especially when you're shipping stuff, receiving it, dealing with customers. It's all a huge, it kind of becomes its own thing. I'll explain a little bit to you guys about how it works for us. So I go and I find things and I post, and I'm the one who packages stuff up and gets it ready to mail off. My husband and me work really well together because he handles most of the customer service issue, because he is really great with people. He's better with that aspect of it. Hello. Next, I would start kind of looking into, if you're wanting to branch out into bigger items or different items, that you kind of know what you're getting into as far as your shipping supplies. What I found has worked the best for me, and I know that this isn't going to work for everybody, because this works for us because of where we're located. Up the street where I live is a little mom and pop golf shop. Okay, and I just swing in the back. They have a place where they put all of their cardboard boxes, and I raid that. If you can get your boxes for free, get your boxes for free. Okay, I know that it looks nicer whenever you have all these really, you know, crisp and clean boxes, but when you're first starting out, you might want to, you know, save yourself that money, you know, when you're getting started. And if you have a location like we do, utilize it. I also contacted my local grocery store and talked to the manager and just said, hey, I would like to be collecting boxes for collectibles and things that I'm shipping out. Would you guys be okay if I came in a couple of times a week, if you'd save boxes for me, where I can walk around while you're, you know, unloading or unboxing? If I know the time, I could just walk around and pick the boxes up. Here in my hometown, that was completely fine, so that's what I do. Some people will say, well, can't you just get free boxes from the United States Postal Service? Well, yes, you can, but if you do that, then you have to ship them with priority service, okay? Now, a lot of the things that you can ship, if you can ship them first class or ground, sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes it will end up saving you money and not being so expensive like the priority. And so you can see the difference in the cost. And a lot of people, as you know, when they're scrolling, they're gonna look up the cheapest with shipping. And so that may be something that can save you on the back end if you get your boxes for free. Now, next is gonna be your packing supplies. We happen to get our packing supplies from American Bubble Boy. They just seem to be cheaper than anybody else. You get free shipping, and so it's just like, hey, I'm gonna totally do that. So that is huge, especially when you're going through as much bubble wrap as we do. Because like I said, when we first started doing this, a lot of the things that we were doing were antiques and breakables, and so now that stuff is starting to sell, and so then a lot of bubble wrap is being used to make sure that it gets to its final destination unbroken. Now, if you're wanting to know how to wrap your things securely, I do have a video that I have made about that, and I do take you step by step by step. So it is a little bit long video because I wanted to make sure people could look and see exactly how it's done. I will make sure that I link that in the description for you. Now, if you have any questions, you know that YouTube is the place to come. That's where we come when we have questions. Staying up to date on everything that's happening within the eBay community, if that's going to be the platform that you sell on. any platform that you sell on, you want to make sure that you are staying up to date on what's happening within that platform. Any changes, anything going on with shipping. I think like earlier in the year, the United States Postal Service had announced that they were going to up their prices and that prices were going to be changing. So that's something, again, that you need to make sure that you are staying up to date on. You don't want to get caught not knowing what's happening if you're wanting to make this your business. Also, too, something to keep in mind, whenever you do global shipping, there are some things that cannot be shipped internationally. I'll give you an example. We sold a wine bottle opener and it got confiscated. Yeah, I don't know why. There wasn't anything in there that should have flagged it. Anyway, so we learned that you cannot send anything to do with wine to this particular location. So you want to make sure that you know what is allowed where you're shipping to. Now, if you have a bins near you, which is a Goodwill bins, I would also recommend going there to try and find items for you to resell. Start looking for the things that maybe others are overlooking, right? So what we have found, especially in our area, even if we are late to like an estate sale or a garage sale, we still find so much stuff because the other resellers that get there, they're looking for particular things. They're looking for video games, or they're looking for, you know, these particular things that must sell really good for them. I will tell you, video games and stuff, they do not sell really well for us, and I don't know why. We think that our stuff is priced competitively, but for whatever reason, video game stuff just sells really, really slow for us, if at all. And so when we go to garage sales, we tend to find exactly what we're looking for because they're all focused on these things and we're focused on these other things. I'll just give you a for instance. I went to this estate sale. It had been going on for 4 hours. I go and I walk in and I find 3 Furbies that everybody else walked by because they're toys. So it just depends on what you're looking for. If you know the type of products and stuff that you're wanting to, you know, resell or flip when you go into these type of situations like an estate sale or a garage sale, then you're more focused on what you want to find. So keep that in mind, that it is up to you to get out there and find these things, but also too, it just depends on what you're looking for. Like I've said, and I say it over and over and over again, I have pulled some amazing treasures out of the literal trash by the side of the road that people just discarded because they thought, it's trash, nobody wants it. I've told you guys about that book that I picked up by the side of the road. It was all moldy and disgusting, and I thought, you know what, this is a pretty expensive book. I'm just gonna pick it up anyway and wipe it down and see what happens. Listed it as an old moldy book. The person who bought it sent me a message and said, I love old moldy books. Paid $16 for that old moldy book that I pulled out of the trash. So you just never know, you just never know. So I hope these little tidbits and I hope my videos are helping you. They sure are helping me because I'm documenting my whole experience learning to do this whole eBay thing, and I'm sharing it with you guys. So I hope that you are enjoying it as much as I am enjoying making them with you and for you. So okay guys, if you really enjoy this kind of content, be sure that you subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.